Have you ever found yourself watching a movie and getting frustrated because your mind just does not understand what's going on? As you watch this movie, you translate everything in your head, and after the movie you feel exhausted. So you wonder, I understand English but I cannot think in English. Well, the good news is that you can learn how to think in English like a native speaker. And once you do, it will be easy to stop translating in your head. So in this video, we are going to show you how to start thinking in English with the help of movies. But before we start, I have a question for you. When you are watching a movie in English, do you still translate everything in your head? Let us know in the comments. Hey there, it's me from WordCraft English. On this channel, I teach you real-life English so you can get real results. And today, I want to help you think in English and stop translating in your head. You see, many students struggle to communicate English because they always translate in their mind from their native language into English. For example, when someone asks them, "What's your name?" They answer, "My name is," and then they say their name in their native language, and then they translate it in their mind, and then they say in English. This process of translating everything slows you down, and it also prevents you from speaking and thinking naturally. On the other hand, when you think in English, it's much easier to communicate faster and more naturally. For example, if someone asks you, "What's your name?" you immediately respond, "My name is," and then you continue saying your name without translating because you already know your name in English. This is how native speakers think and talk. They don't need to translate everything in their minds. So if you want to improve your fluency, you need to learn how to think in English. Now I am going to teach you a very effective step-by-step method to start thinking in English. And as usual, we're going to use movies to make it fun and easy. If you don't have time to watch an entire movie, no worries, you can also apply this method to TV series or even YouTube videos. The first thing you should do is choose your favorite movie or TV series. Don't worry about the level of the movie. It's okay to choose a movie that you've seen many times before or a movie that you can easily understand. Once you have chosen your movie, sit down, relax, and start watching it. You are not here to understand every single word. In fact, I recommend that you turn on subtitles in your own language. Just focus on enjoying the movie and understanding the general idea of each scene. Now imagine that you are the director of the movie. You are the one who's filming everything that you see. You are the one who decides how each scene looks, how the camera moves, and what the actors say. If you were the director, would you film people translating all the time? Of course not. People don't translate when they talk in their own language. Why would you make them translate in the movie? As you watch the movie, try to imagine yourself as the director of the film. When you see two characters talking to each other, imagine that they are speaking their own language. Don't worry about whether the words are correct or not. Forget about grammar rules and vocabulary lists. Just let them speak their own language. For example, when I was watching the movie Love, Simon, I saw these two characters talking to each other. I imagined that they were speaking Spanish, which is my native language, and I heard them saying, "I didn't do it." "You did it." Then I continued watching the scene and I realized that they were actually saying, "I didn't do it." "You did it." Even though they were speaking English, I imagined that they were speaking Spanish and I could totally understand what they were saying. This is the first step. Imagine that all the characters in the movie are speaking their own language. You don't need to understand exactly what they are saying. You just need to understand the general idea of each scene. Now the second step is to listen to some of the simple everyday dialogues. These are the basic phrases that native speakers use every day. We are going to use the same movie again to show you an example. Here are two characters having a conversation in a school hallway. The first character says, "Hey, wanna come over to my place after school today?" And the second character responds, "Yeah, sure, what are we gonna do?" Now I want you to repeat these lines. Don't worry about understanding what these phrases mean. Just repeat them and try to pronounce them correctly. In step 2, you only need to listen to and repeat simple everyday dialogues. You don't need to worry about the meaning of these dialogues. You don't need to translate them in your head or think about what they mean. You just need to repeat them. Now the third step is to practice thinking in English. Now we are going to go back to the same scene in the movie. When the first character says, "Hey, wanna come over to my place after school today?" The second character hesitates for a moment and then answers, "Yeah, sure, what are we gonna do?" Now I want you to pause the video and try to predict what the second character will say. What do you think he's going to say? Maybe something like, "I can't. I have to study." Or maybe, "I don't know. Where is your house?" Before you play the video and check your answer, I want you to write your prediction in the comments. Okay, now play the video and check your prediction. Was your prediction similar to what the character said? If not, don't worry. This is normal. It happens to everyone. Keep practicing. To practice thinking in English, you need to pause the video every time there is a dialogue and try to predict what the characters are going to say. Every time you do this, you are training your brain to think in English. You are telling your brain, "Okay, from now on, I want you to think in English. I don't want you to translate everything anymore." And believe me, it works. This is how children learn their native language. When they hear something for the first time, they repeat it. When they hear a new word, they use it in different sentences, and then they understand what it means. Learning a language is not about memorizing words. It's about putting the words together and creating meaningful sentences. And the best way to learn how to do that is by imitating others. In the beginning, you may not be able to predict what the character will say, but as you keep practicing, you will start to notice a big difference. You will find yourself thinking in English. It won't matter if the sentence is simple or complex, you will be able to think of the correct words and the right grammar rules. When you think in English, it's much easier to communicate. You can understand others better, and people will enjoy listening to you. Now the fourth step is to shadow native speakers. One of the best ways to train your brain to think English is by shadowing native speakers. Shadowing is basically imitating what someone else said. You are literally following the speaker and repeating what they say. Shadowing is excellent for improving your pronunciation, fluency, and confidence. And the best part is that it's really easy to do. All you need is a video or audio recording of a native speaker, and you can even do it while you're redoing other things like driving or taking the subway. You might be wondering, why should I do this? Well, there are many reasons. First, shadowing helps you improve your pronunciation because you're imitating the way native speakers pronounce words and phrases. Second, shadowing helps you become more fluent because you're re-practicing how to link words and phrases together in a natural and smooth way. Finally, shadowing helps you become more confident because you're getting comfortable with the sound of your own voice. If you want to learn how to pronounce words and names correctly, click on this video here on the left and I will see you next time. Bye.